Hello. So in this video I will discuss about the JavaScript syntax. So under the JavaScript syntax, the fundamental syntax are variables, assignments, conditionals, loops and arrays. So we'll see again one by one all of these things. So first of all, coming to the variables and assignments. Actually, what purpose for the variables? So variables, what happen for any programming language? Whenever you want to store the value, whenever you are process the value from one place to another place inside the function method or whatever, depends upon your again the different programming language, you can use the variables. So here, if you want to define any variables, that is very simple way. We can use the keyword that is called the var, and then you can write the variable's name, right? So see in this example again, here we can write variables x, var x. So here variable's name is x only. Okay, same way you can define the value for the variables, otherwise you can initialize the value. Okay, meaning is the again the same, that is called the define the value, otherwise initialize the value. So here again, take another example. We can write the var space y equal to 0. So what is happening here? Y is the variables and we already initialize that value from the 0. That means y value we can start always from the 0 only. That is the meaning of the var y equal to 0. Same way we can, another way we can say, we can assign the value for the variables. Okay, so we can write like this only. First we can initialize the value var y equal to 0. Okay, and one more things you can keep in your mind, in whenever you in the JavaScript, whenever you're writing the any syntax, any statements, after that we have to put the semicolon. Okay, so var space y equal to 0 and put semicolon. So initialization also done, and the defining of the variables also done. Okay, now we can assign the value for the y. So we can write y equal to 4 and again the semicolon, of course. Got it? So here we can assign the 4 value for y. So that is called the y is assigned the value of 4. So these are the very common again the things that is again the common for all of the programming language, not only in the JavaScript. Now coming to the again the conditional assignments. Conditional assignments, again we can put for the some operators are the conditional operators are there. Using that operator we can put for the conditional assignment. So with a simple example I can say here equal to and equal. So as equal to, and again we can write inside the parenthesis bracket y equal to 4. Okay, so here y equal to 4 comes under for the conditional assignments. Okay, so equal to means only the assignment. Another is y equal to, that is called the conditional ones. Same way is equal to, is not equal to, all of these things comes under for the conditional assignments, right? So I think you got little bit idea. Actually this is very simple only. I think from the first semester onwards you already know about these concepts. Okay, so according to the syllabus and the books, just again I am refreshing you again the knowledge, nothing else. To the again the, whenever you want to compare between the two operators, what are the operators are there? So this is again the common, but you should know again here in the JavaScript also, equal to, that is called equals. So how you can write x equal to 9 you can write, otherwise x equal to inside the double quote 9 also you can write. That is also okay, both syntax is okay. Clear? Same way triple equal, that is called the exact equals and including the data types also. See, whenever I am talking about the only the equal, so it is checking only the value. But whenever you are talking about the triple equal, if you are writing, so that will check equal including the data type. So something is again your the numbers int is there, some is again the var, then in that case again the statement will come again the false. Okay, I can show you again here very simple one. Suppose that here again if you are this one x triple equal to 9 inside the double quote if you are writing, that means the 9 is working as here as again here the character only. So that comes again the of course false. But s triple equal to 9 if you are writing, that means s is again the number and the 9 is again the number, so both data types are the integers, so it is coming the true. This is again the very popular and common questions regarding in your lab examination viva, and as well as might be they will ask in the company, not in the terms of the JavaScript. It is common difference between the almost all programming language, different between the equals and the triple equal symbol. Got it? So keep in your mind, equal means only equal, triple equal means exact equal including the data types, that is called a type. Okay, so next thing is again that is called the less than and the greater than, that is of course the same only. X less than, x is less than the 5. Okay, greater than symbol again we can change in the different direction only. Same way another is a less than equal, less than or equal, otherwise greater than equal. So this is again they will check less than and the equal also, otherwise greater than and equal to that number also. Another thing is again they are the same, and this one not equal symbol. Okay, and the third one is again the last one is again the not equal in either value or the type. So that is again the triple equal symbol is there we can put for the again the this one that symbol, and we can again consider here not equal in either value or type. Got it? So these are the common again the common compare purpose, these are the common operators in JavaScript. So coming to the one more things, that is called the conditionals. What is the meaning of the condition? Condition is again the same, if else whatever you are just deciding, others by writing the statements, that comes under for the if conditionals only. So JavaScript syntax is almost identical to that of the PHP, other by Java, other by C, in the terms of the conditional structures and the syntax also. Got it? So here again, first of all inside the parenthesis bracket we can write the conditions, and then we can go for the statement inside the curly bracket. So take example here, this is again the textbook's example. So suppose that you want to display the greetings message for good morning, good afternoon or good evening. So you have a three conditions na. So 4 o'clock to 12 o'clock morning, to 4 o'clock morning to 12 o'clock afternoon, again 12 o'clock afternoon onwards. See 12 o'clock till 12 o'clock, another is the 12 o'clock equal and higher than the 12 o'clock, and the up to the 8 o'clock we can consider. And the last one is again apart from this one any other thing is that we if you want we can put for the good evening. So you see here again the if. So hour of the day already this is called the declaration of the variables we did. So greater than for and this one less than 12, then message we can put again the greeting equal to good morning. Okay, good morning is again the character types, otherwise we can say a string, so that string always we have to put inside the double quote. This point always keep in your mind, character otherwise string we have to put inside the double quote. Number we can put integers, number anything we can put without the double quote also. If you are writing the double quote that also will work, that is not a problem, but common practice don't use the double quote. Okay, so same way if then else if again the you can write the one more condition, if both are again not there then the last part is called else. This is the common again the conditional syntax in all programming language. I'm not talking about the JavaScript, that's why I told in the initial only JavaScript conditional syntax is almost identical to the PHP, Java or C. Clear? So this is called the conditional syntax. Now coming for the loop. So loop is again while loop and the for loop is the more popular. So like a conditional loop used again the parenthesis and the parenthesis bracket, and even for the curly blocks also. Okay, so define the condition and the here again the inside the parenthesis we can put the conditions, and under the blocks again we can put the all of the normally this one what is called a statement we can put. Okay, So one very simple, a small example for the while loop. So you can initialize the loop. The loop will start from the which value, so I am writing var I equal to 0. So initialization is always important, not in the while loop, even for the for loop also. For loop again the three parts are there. First is called the initialization, another is part is called the condition, and third part is called increment and decrement in for loop. And that everything we can put together in the first line itself. After the for is the keyword, and then the parenthesis we can put. Same way in the while loop again, we are putting again the conditions inside the parenthesis along with the while keyword, and after that inside the curly bracket we can write the increment here. So only syntax is the different, but you can keep in your mind initialization, condition, and the increment and decrement, that is the common for the almost every loop. Okay, so var I equal to 0, then while I less than 10, and then I plus plus, that is for the loops. Which loop? While loop. Now next things in the functions. What is the function? So functions are the building block for modular code in the JavaScript. Functions are the building block for the modular code in the JavaScript, and are even used to build the pseudo classes also. Okay, this again I will discuss later. And they are defined by using the reserved word function. Whenever you are declaring the functions, then we have to reserve word, keyword was there, the function we have to write the function, then function name, and parameters are optionals. That is the syntax for the function. Whenever you declare the function in the JavaScript, so function is the reserved word function, then you can write the function name, and after that parameters, that is the optional. Okay. And one thing is again keep in your mind, JavaScript is the dynamically typed function, do not require any return type, and nor do the parameters required. That's why I told parameters is optionals. So parameters is optional and do not require a return type, because JavaScript is a dynamically typed. Clear? So this is the very one simple example for the function. Again you see how to declare the function. Function is the keyword, power is the function name, and inside the bracket, that is again optional. So x and y, there are the two parentheses, parameters are there. Okay, and you can see here how to call the function. Last you can see, you can write the function name, and inside the function two parameters are there, 2 and 10. That parameters you can pass. Okay, so this is the syntax for the function only. And inside the function, you know, again that you can write the any statements, either the loop, without loop, if conditions, anything. That is the statement, depends upon your again the requirements, purpose, for which purpose you created the function. This is the again the statement. This function is the again to related to display the power of the finding the power value. To 2 to the power 10, how to find that statement. That's why we use again for the for loop. Okay, so this is again the basic only regarding. Now coming to the alert. Okay, this is again the unique features which is only available in the JavaScript. Apart from the JavaScript, this is available in the VBA scripts, otherwise in the .NET C# I think that is available. Okay, so in the JavaScript, this is the more popular, that is called the alert function. So makes the browser show a pop-up. If you want to display the pop-up message, that time alert functions you can use in the JavaScript. Okay, and this whatever is passed being the message, whatever you want to write inside the alert, that message you can pass. Okay, as a pop-up. So if you want to display the message, what is the syntax? Very simple syntax, alert, alert, all are small only, then again the parenthesis bracket, double quote, and then we can write the good morning, good evening, welcome to the CSC, whatever you want, that statement you can write, then close the double quote, close the parenthesis, and put the semicolon. This is the syntax to display the alert message. And alert message in the JavaScript means display the pop-up window, pop-up message only, right? So another one more advantage for the developer only. But if you want to using the some debug tools, and there you want to write the output in the log, okay, browser log file, then you at the place of the alert you can use the console.log, console.log. Okay, so this is again the for the debugging purpose. Whenever you want to display the message in the log, then you can use the console.log and then the message is parenthesis bracket double quote and that message, and close parenthesis, close the double quote. Before that one we have to close the double quote and then put semicolon. Clear? So this is regarding the alert. Now one thing is again, this is again the common, that is called the try and catch. So whenever the browser JavaScript engine encounters any error, then it will throw away the exceptions. Okay, and these exceptions interrupt the regular sequential or programming any kind of the again the error. Got it? And if you want to prevent the disturbance of the program, then you can use the try and catch block. Okay, so inside the try again you see here some function already put hello, and then catch again we already display the alert message. If you are getting the any message, try first we have to check the conditions, and the catch again we can display that error message. Okay, that is the main basic concept of the try and catch to managing through the exceptions. And if you want to again the see, that was the previous whatever I discussed, that was the inbuilt again the function. But if you want, you can write your again the own function. You see inside the try I written there again the example is there for the your own statements only. Okay, if something, if x less than 0, then you can throw this message smaller than error. This message you can display. But if you are using the inbuilt, that again the inbuilt message will come. Got it? And catch error again same message, if you want you can display for the error message. Clear? So in this video I discussed about the all basic syntax for the JavaScript as per your again the syllabus. So next video again the next part of again the this module and the according to the your syllabus. So thanks for your patience.